Hey Master Gardeners, I want to share this cool little tree, fruit tree I might add, that is gaining more popularity. Fed the native Indians, fed the European explorers, fed even you and me and all kinds of people through the Appalachia, and the Indians depended on it. So what is it? You know what it is. It's the pawpaw tree. And so I sowed these from little seedlings that I collected up at a state park, and I gathered some of the seeds and I actually just stratified them in my refrigerator in some potting soil in the drawer with my cheese and lunch meat, and left them in there all winter, and bambo, they germinated right inside the baggie in my refrigerator. And then I dragged them out for fear that they were not going to root because the roots were twisted around. But sure enough, I had about 7 of them come up in here. I've gotten too many of them in the bed, so I've been reducing their numbers. I'm down to 2 now. But the cool part is when you collect your own seed, it's a cross-pollinating tree. So mine are producing fruit right here in this little grouping because they're different seedlings. And that's a cool part. But they're in full bloom now, and that's what I want to share with you. They come in staggered blooming. I was afraid some of them were going to get zapped during the freeze that we just had these last 2 nights. Some of them have gotten zapped with the cold, but some of them have endured. What a beautiful mahogany colored flower, deep red. Come over. Well, where do you want to look at them? I cut some here so you can see them here on the table. You can pollinate them yourself by just taking a paintbrush into them. Like here's one, the male is releasing its pollen. You can see the white, the little particles of pollen inside. And you can touch a brush to it. Oh, there's a spider in there. And you can touch it and then just go to another flower and spread that pollen to another blossom. Now they have to, the challenge is, even though there's boy and girl parts in the same flower, the boy comes in at different times than the girl comes in. So it's even staggered within the flower. So you can even have fruit developing when you have flowers on the plant. So that's how much the staggering occurs. And I just listened to a video and a guy said that even if a frost hits a few of the flowers, there's so many more flowers yet to come afterwards that it still doesn't get damaged. So what's exciting about the pawpaw is the interesting fruit. It's kind of a banana-y type thing. They're really large, like this big, and my master gardeners know what they are because many of us grow them. Custardy flavor, banana, kind of a mix of a mango. The science name is Asimina triloba. Triloba refers to the 3-petal, the way the flowers are designed in it. Has kind of droopy leaves in the summer months. And another interesting character that you can sort of pick up on this one is the way the branching is. It's kind of like a fish, backbone of a fish. One time I saw it, the tree in a garden in Washington, D.C., and I didn't know what it was. But when I saw this rib-like system of a fish, I was like, oh my gosh, that's a pawpaw. I can tell it by the branch patterns. So big, kind of droopy leaves, very large leaves, likes a nice, deep, rich, organic matter, moist soil. Understory tree, prefers partial shade, but certainly if you grow it in full sun, you're going to get more fruit, which is kind of true of any kind of a fruit tree. So also, all kinds of cultivars are being developed by Kentucky State. So if you want to get more information about the pawpaw, definitely go down to that college website, Kentucky State. They have as many as 26 cultivars. Oh, actually, I think it was even more than that. Many cultivars. They say the larger ones that they're breeding now are not kidney-shaped like the ones that are in the wild. They're more plump and fatter. And you use them to make desserts, custards, and ice cream is the big specialty. Ohio and Indiana, they have pawpaw festivals. So if you're really psyched about pawpaws, you can go out to one of them and go to one of their special festivals and get all kinds of recipes and things. They're really high in vitamin C, they've got potassium, they got lots of essential amino acids, so they're even healthy for you. So you're probably asking, well, why don't we find them in our farmers markets? Why aren't they? They were predicted to exceed the blueberry and the raspberry years ago. That's never happened because they're highly perishable. They don't keep for very long and they bruise real easy, so you can't ship them. So that's why you need to have one in your own yard. And then you just cut them in half and use a spoon. Most people eat them raw, and you just spoon it out. They got big, fat, chubby seeds. The raccoons love to eat the seeds. When you're hiking in the parks, you'll find little seeds all scattered around the trails, and they've probably been deposited out the other end from some of your wildlife that's been eating them. But that's when you can collect them and bring them home and sow them in your refrigerator. So a fun little native pawpaw fruit, give it a try. It's a cool veggie. Fruit, not a veggie, fruit.